Scouser.
And I'll ask you guys this question. Are you 100% sure if Mo Salah doesn't sign at the time that he does from Roma, that he is the worldwide star that he is right now, considered to be a top 10 player in the world? Because I sure as hell don't. Because he looks a lot like the huge talent at Basel, the huge talent at Chelsea, the kid who ran roughshod at Fiorentina, and then the guy who figured it out a little bit at Roma that Klopp molded into a star. So I just feel like at some times we have to look at these guys and say, hey, we got 5 or 6 of the greatest years of a Liverpool player ever out of Mo Salah. And if that means he walks, because let's be real, and I'm going to say this now, he thinks, or his agents, which I equate to him, believes he is better than this club. He is better than the players at this club. He is better than the wage structure of this club. And for all the love and adoration he gets, he believes he should be recognized higher than everything else that's happening around him. And if he doesn't, then he's allowed poor individuals to paint the picture of what he feels to me as a supporter, one who wakes up every morning and reads newspaper articles 5 hours freaking ahead of me and pays a lot of attention to what's happening and tries to put my understanding and heart into what he's doing. It doesn't make any sense to me if he wants to be here.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I think that's unfair on him as well. To play the devil's advocate, I mean, I agree. He would not be the same player if he wasn't at Liverpool, like if we didn't get him from Roma. But I don't think he thinks that either. I don't think he thinks, oh, wherever I went, I would have had the success. I think we've all been in situations where we know timing is everything, right? I mean, like sometimes an offer comes up, it just just works out perfectly in that situation, and you say, man, that it was all about timing. And I think that was it for him. I don't think if you ask Mo and say, if you stayed in Italy, would you be the same guy? I don't think he will tell you that he would be a world star. Because, I mean, he knows that he came in, it was perfect timing, a perfect storm, a squad on the rise with the talent around them, obviously enabling the style that basically suited those wingers, taking advantage of their strengths, helps them. At the same time, when you are that player, I know we think of it as a fan and we think of it as a club. But at the same time, at times, we have to kind of like step out and put yourself in the player's shoes. If you are one of the world's top players, and we can argue that he might not be, for example, if he goes to Barcelona, I don't think he will be the same Mo that we have now, but I think it's almost natural for your manager, first of all, to tell you, hey, this is how you should be getting compensated, because obviously that's how the manager is going to get paid too. And I think it's kind of like natural. If we were the most successful in our field, we would expect to be compensated like that. I mean, I understand where his angle is coming from as well. I think sometimes as fans, I'm not saying we should pay him that, but I can understand why he would think that, is I guess like my point. And like Paul, so like what I want to like really more ask is, at the same time, like what Gally is saying, we could have cashed on him a couple of years ago. But to play, again, the devil's advocate, because that's what I do, if we did that then, wouldn't everybody be up in arms against FSG, against, the club in general, saying, oh, we're thinking small, we won the title, we should be adding instead of removing. Even that off season where we didn't add anything, people were going ape shit. So I can only imagine if we sold, Mo, and we could have gotten, like Gally is saying, we could have gotten a lot of money for him. I don't know what it would have happened then. So Paul, come to you. Microphone on. Turn on. There you go. I mean, like, don't you think the fans would go crazy if we did take advantage of the time and got the money for him?
I mean, of course they would. Like, of course they would. I think, like, whether we sold him this year, next year, like, I think when you get into a player of most stratosphere, no matter what you do, it's probably any sort of change other than he stays with the club is probably going to be met with some sort of negativity, right? I mean, let's be honest.